Hello, my name is Laura. I'm a librarian in the Information Technology Department at Mercer County Library System. And today I'm going to sort of go from my usual teaching you how to use database videos and take you on a little garden tour, since gardening is one of my hobbies. This was inspired by my colleague Lisa, who has gone through her perennials a few times and shown you some updates on how they're growing. So since I've gotten most of my vegetables and annuals in, plus some of my perennials, I figured I'd take you on a garden tour of my yard. One thing to note is you may hear some noise in the background because my neighbor is having some construction done. So I'll try to pause the video and reshoot if I can, but if not, you may hear some sawing in the background. So let's get started. What you're looking at right now is lily grass, and this is a perennial. It's variegated little lily grass that comes up each year and is a nice fill-in for small areas of the garden. Works very well in shady areas too. I have a blueberry patch here, so we're looking at some blueberry bushes. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that we've already got some blueberries growing. We've got some blueberries there, they're green. And this is what the blueberry flower looks like. Most people don't realize that blueberries are almost tree-like, and during the fall they have a very nice red, vibrant leaf that falls and sheds like most tree leaves. Blueberries grow really well in sandy soil, so we have a sandy loam with peat moss and actually just plain old playground sand mixed in. The main bed I have out front, we have some Hosta. You might have seen these on Lisa's video. I have both plain Hosta and the variegated Hosta. So there's that sawing I was talking about. And then we have over here in the back, we have some stock. And up front we have the petunias. And I've got a lot of snapdragons this year. The nursery had a lot of different colors, including this one, which was a mix of red and pink. We've got a lot more variety of colors in the snapdragons here. And then more of the petunias in stock. I also need to do some weeding here. This is a lemon drop rose. It's about 5 or 6 years old. Right now you can see a couple of blooms. It's called a lemon drop because it's actually a hybrid between a pure yellow and a pure white rose bush. And it has clusters of about 5 flowers. And you can see that each of the clusters, I've got about 150 blooms ready to go on this one. So we've got about 150 buds going right now. Some more stock. There's an Asiatic Lily, that's a perennial. Hasn't flowered yet, but it comes up every year. And of course some more petunias and snapdragons. I'm going to take you over a little bit past the lawn here. And we've got lavender. We used to have a tree in this area. The tree did not grow very well, so we decided to put lavender in instead. Had one that had a little bit of an issue during the winter, but it seems to be springing back, so hopefully it will grow in. So again, lavender being a perennial, comes up with nice fragrant purple buds every year. Continuing on, we have some pots with petunias. I had some leftover petunias, so I added them into the pots. We've also got some marigolds here, so I've got a whole area of marigolds lining my driveway. At the end, there's also another pot of petunias. Got some vegetables that are still sprouting. Hey, I've got Mr. Elephant here. You've seen probably Mr. Pig on Lisa's videos. I've got an elephant over here. These are some flowers that were, honestly, I have no idea what they are because they were leftovers on the sale clearance table at the nursery. They look pretty, had a lot of nice color to them. Got some more of them over here at the other end of the bench, and they all did very nicely together, so I just kind of combine them, and hopefully we'll have a nice summer full of colorful blooms out of them. Something I added this weekend is a dwarf Meyer lemon tree. Yep, that's right, I'm living in New Jersey and growing a lemon tree. This is actually something that's possible if you put it in a container, because as you would suspect, a citrus tree does indeed need to be brought in during colder temperatures, or else it will freeze and die. The Meyer Lemon actually has a dwarf variety, which is what this is, which is built for being a container tree. This plant's about 6 months to a year old and will bear fruit in about 2 to 3 years. So there's a little sandy loam in there. which is another soil like the blueberries that it enjoys. A little bit of acidity too. I throw in some coffee grounds to keep the soil acidic. So we've got the Meyer Lemon growing there. You're going to see my driveway for a minute here while we go to the side and see some rose bushes, astilbes, and clematis on the side of the house. On the side of the house we've got, like I said, the clematis and its trellis, and some rose bushes. This one's an older rose bush that's been here for many years. It's a pink rose. So you can see there's some buds on the pink rose. So we've got some flowers ready to come out. You know, rose bushes, you see this red flower, that's new growth, so that's an idea that you have a healthy plant. Got some astilbes here. That first rose is a full rose bush. Now we're going into tea roses. This is a peach Bellini tea rose. Has a lot of huge clusters of buds all at one time. Tea roses work well here because they're nice and small and petite roses, so they will fit in nicely on this side. This is a Tropicana Rose. It was recently transplanted, so I don't have any buds on it. And I actually have a Tropicana in the back that you'll see, so you can see what color they are. This is another one that isn't blooming yet, but does have a lot of buds. This is a Wedding Veil Rose, which is a white rose with a little bit of an off-white to it, tint to it, so it's pretty when it starts blooming. I have some gladiola that's starting to come up over here. They're very good for attracting butterflies and hummingbirds. Got some pansies here on the side. Just decided I wanted some color in this pot, and the pansies do well in the pot, and we have partial shade in the morning and they get full sun in the afternoon, so it's shady right now, but they'll get their sun when they need it. The vegetable garden is here. Got some cucumber. I've just started this weekend. I've got 4 varieties of tomatoes right now. Those are actually tomato cultivators around the plants. Helps with irrigation and fertilizing. These first 2 are red Husky cherry tomatoes. Over here I've got the Rutgers 250, excellent tomato for growing in New Jersey. These are Arkansas Travelers that I started from seeds, so you can't really see the plants very well. Same with these. You'll have to trust me that they're growing. They're early girl. Early girl will usually shoot up in a couple of weeks and then have fruit within 30 or 40 days. Over here we've got peppers. These are Greek pepperoncinos. So they're the long ones you might see on sandwiches, such as hoagies, the hot spicy ones. These are rainbow bells. So I'm going to get green, red, orange, yellow, purple, a variety of peppers on the rainbow bells. This is a Cajun bell, so it's a slightly spicier red bell pepper. And this is a California Golden Wonder, which is a yellow, pale yellow pepper. Over here I've got some salvia, a lot of salvia in pots. Got some more salvia over here. And some more peppers. These are Jedi jalapenos with our primrose in the middle. Primrose is looking well. Needs a little deadheading, but primrose has been doing well so far this year. This over here in this big pot is actually the beginnings of a dahlia. It's a bulb that you put in the spring, and it's a firebrand dahlia, so a firebird dahlia. So we'll see bright yellow flowers with some red tint to it. I mentioned the Tropicana Rose earlier. This is a rose tree. Rose tree is basically a rose bush that's grafted onto a tree trunk. And this is the Tropicana. It's a coral pink. So those tea roses on the side will be the same color as this. So basically this gives me some elevation to my plants. So I have a 2-tiered wall here. So the plants do well in the containers on the second tier. What we're looking at now is, this is a Bonfire Patio peach. It's got bright red leaves. During the spring it's got some bright pink and white flowers. And you can see that I've got peaches already growing on it. Let's see if I can get some more peaches in there. Oh yeah. So this is, it's an edible peach, but the plant itself is typically ornamental, edible. The peaches can be used in canning and things like marmalades, and also in baking. They could also be eaten raw, but not typical to do it that way. This is another rose tree, and this is a gold medal rose. Gold medal rose is a hybrid. It's got a nice yellow base to it, and then you see that it's got the almost pinkish at times, but orange kind of flame look to it. That's why I said it will go well with the firebrand dahlia. And the rose bush garden I have here, got 3 rose bushes. These are actually knockout roses, and you can see we've got a lot here of buds. This is the one on the left is a hybrid. It's a pink-red mix, and the one in the middle is a pure red. So that's some buds on the pure red one. And then on the right I've got the pure pink. Probably should have done that a little differently and put the mix in the middle, but I didn't, so there you have it. You have the red and pink garden there. Last thing we've got is over here on the steps. Got some begonias. They're not really fans of sun. Oh, giant bee over here. Okay, so the begonias, like I said, they aren't really big fans of sun, and they do well in pots. So I keep them over here in the shady area. So, do hope you've enjoyed the garden tour, that you're able to plant some stuff for yourself and maybe get some ideas here, how you can do some container gardening as well as in-ground gardening, and also some 2-tiered gardening here with some rose trees and other container trees. So I hope you enjoyed this, and take care. Bye.